the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
I got the missing...
You see?
I was at your hut in the Valley of Mines.
So it's still standing?
Yes, and I also know what you wanted there.
Did you find it?
If you mean your pouch with the lumps of ore. Yes, I have it.
You're a fox. You know that.
What else could you have wanted in that old shack? There isn't anything else.
Do you have it with you?
Did so.
I'll give you 100 gold coins for it.
Sure.
Terrific.
Why did you leave it there in the first place?
I had no idea that ore was so valuable here in Corinus. For one measly piece of ore, you couldn't get so much as a place to sleep back in the penal colony. In the harbor city, they'll practically bash your skull in if they find out you have ore on you.
To leave a part of his
I hope that
power
I'll get
in
it back
his
soon.
realm so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return.
Give me 100 gold coins, and I'll give you your ore back.
And
Deal.
Enos,
Here you
in
go.
his wisdom,
You're a real friend. Thanks
so.
a lot.
Sure.
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar.
I already thought as much.
Do you really believe that?
That was quite obvious.
Will it ever change?
That's been known a long time. You can't rely on that. If he doesn't see that, I can't.
How's it going?
You'd better scram, you filthy mercenary, before I call the guards.
Relax. I'm not here to steal from you. I'm looking for work.
Ah, so you want to work for me? That is, of course, a different matter. There is, alas, one minor problem. I don't know whether I can trust you. You'll have to prove your loyalty first.
Put me to the test.
All right. Listen. Bring me the sacred hammer of the Magicians of Fire. They keep it somewhere in the basement of their monastery. If you pull that off, I might think about hiring you as a bodyguard.
All right.
Fine. But remember, if they catch you, I've never heard of you. Hey!
Show.
May Inos...
Hey you. Ever been to the monastery?
Maybe. Why?
Are they still taking on people? I wouldn't know where else to turn.
Where do you come from?
I used to be captain of a big whaler, my boy. The sea is my home. My ship, the good old Magdalena, was sunk by pirates a few months ago, and now I'm stranded here. All I ever wanted was to go back to sea. Since I've come here, not one schooner is called at this accursed port. The only ship which is anchored in Corinthus is that blasted war galley of the king, and they don't take on anyone. So what else can I do? There's no work for me in town. I've tried everything.
You'd better get off the road.
Don't worry. I've already noticed that the wilderness out here has become damn dangerous in the last couple of days.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing his face right now and putting the mercenaries' provisions to a real test. Diego mumbled something about a reckoning. No idea what he meant by that. But I suspect he's in the city. You know him. Always there when there's something to be had.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
I can't let you into the monastery. I'll get in trouble with the High Council. Without the permission of my superiors, I can't let anyone into the monastery.
I've got a letter from Lord Hagen.
Show me. All right, here's the key to the monastery. Pyrocar is in the church.
If you're headed for the monastery, you should talk to Milton. He'll surely be able to help you.
What do you think? Would they let me in there at all?
Perhaps, but the way you look, I can hardly imagine you in a novice's robe.
Enough of that nonsense. Novice's robe indeed. It's the grub I'm after, or I'll be forced to eat the bark off the trees next.
What room is this?
This is where they keep the holy relics of the monastery.
What relics?
Here rests the Hammer of Innos, along with the Shield of Fire. These are the most important relics of Church of Innos, outside the capital of the realm.
Tell me about the shield.
The Shield of Fire was borne by Dominic in the battle on the Southern Isles. But the power of the shield is never to be wielded again. Therefore, we have nailed it to the wall.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. With this hammer, Saint Robar slew the stone sentinel. The Holy Scriptures say that the stone sentinel was invulnerable. He stood in battle like a tower, and the weapons of his enemies were smashed on his skin of stone. With the name of Innos on his lips, Robar hurled himself at the monster and crushed it with one mighty blow of his hammer.
Tell me about the hammer.
This is the sacred hammer of Innos. Damn it, what do you want?
But that's terrible.
Here's your money back.
Don't worry, Laura.
Really, how interesting.
Do you really believe that?
Someone's gone.
I'm not touching that.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
It was just like you said.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Don't say that.
That's been known a long time.
Been there, done that.
Will it ever change?
Hey, you! Here's the sacred hammer of the magicians.
I'm truly impressed. You're really serious about this, aren't you? Here's your pay. Fine. If that's how it is, I have another task for you already. Some days ago, several prisoners escaped from the local jail. Those bastards have taken off to the mountains, somewhere in the direction of Zardas' new tower. The name of their leader is Morgahard. I want you to kill him. Go! Hurry before they're gone for good.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
You're in for it now.
Only Innos decides what's right.
Leave me alone.
You better stay away from me if you don't want to land in jail.
Where is Morgahard, your leader?
We split up, so we wouldn't get caught so quickly. No idea where the others are.
Too bad. Then I guess I'll have to get the judge.
Okay. I suppose some of us have made off to the tavern, but you didn't hear that from me, okay?
You haven't come to take us back.
Will you? You asked for it!
Oh, man. My head.
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone.
Tell me that isn't true.
What do you want from me?
Where is Morgahard, your leader?
I don't want any trouble.
Staying out of it.
You go to the landowner. He wanted to hide himself with the mercenaries, and now leave me alone.
That will never
Forget it.
change.
Hey!
You haven't come to take.
I agree with you completely.
Oh, but there.
If he doesn't see that.
Murderer.
No one really wants to hear that.
Yeah.
You are Morgahard.
How come you know my name?
The judge is looking for you. You fled from his jail. What'd you do? Steal his wallet?
Not his. The governor's. And on his behalf, too. After we attacked the governor, he didn't want to share the booty with us. And had us arrested. We didn't want to wind up on the gallows. So we fled.
That's all.
We thought they'd never catch us that way. That seems to have been a mistake.
What can we do against the judge?
Nothing at all. He sits up there in the upper end of town like a spider in his web. Untouchable.
I wouldn't say that. We'd only need some proof of his guilt in the matter concerning the governor.
Proof, you say? I have that. But who'd listen to a convicted criminal?
Give me your proof, and I'll see to it that no one will hunt you again.
Are you sure? All right. Here, take this letter. It bears the judge's signature. Even if it doesn't change my guilt, it should be enough to confirm that he was an accomplice in the business. That swine of a judge. Forget it. I'm not going.
It was his decision, wasn't it? I can't believe that. Is it really true?
Is it really true?
It was just like you said.
Is it really true? That was obvious all along.
It can't go on like this forever.
That's all just gossip. Do you really believe that?
I thought as much.
That's been known a long time.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I found something to incriminate the judge.
Really? What is it?
He hired a few thugs to mug the governor of Carinus. Shortly afterwards, he had them arrested and pocketed all the gold. I brought you the written order the judge gave those thugs as evidence.
Show me.
This is gonna change.
At last! That should be enough to make him bleed. I'm impressed. I'm willing to shell out quite a bit for that. Here's your reward, and not a word about this to anyone. Got it? At least he doesn't seem to have suffered any lasting damage in jail. Good work.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
That's the first I've heard. I hardly know what to believe.
That's been known a long time.
Man, and here I was thinking they'd really hang me.
Well, it worked all right in the end.
You can say that again. You should have seen the face of the soldier when he had to let me out. He was so scared, he almost did it in his pants. Which reminds me, I've got something for you.
What do you mean?
A present. That all along.
He doesn't even know how to.
What present?
We have heard of the dragons that are said to be in the valley.
They're really there.
All right, I believe you. At any rate, some of the boys have decided to go into the valley as well. They're planning to tidy up in there.
What's that got to do with me?
I've developed a new type of armor, Dragon Hunter's armor. It's sturdier and lighter than traditional armor. Since you're the one who saved me, I want you to have the first piece. It's a gift. I thought you might want to be in on the fun. You're gonna need the right equipment when you go down to that valley. Also, I'm interested in dragon scales. Genuine dragon scales. I shall pay you a good price for them.
How much do I get per scale?
200 gold pieces. Of course we got them in the end.
Can you teach me how to forge a sword?
Sure.
That's all
That'll
just
cost you a bit, though. Let's say 30 gold pieces. Step in and sort things out.
Fine.
That was a damn...
That's really not my problem.
I hardly know what to believe anymore. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Know that ever change. I'm no better off myself.
Done that. Just like you said. But he knew that all along.
He doesn't even know how. That was obvious all along.
I've got no time. I've got my own opinion about that. He ran like Beliar himself.
Nothing
was after
amazes
him.
me anymore.
Used to say that myself. Of course we got him in the end. He really didn't deserve that.
Change. I agree with you completely. I'm not telling you anything new.
No one really wants to hear that. Of course we got him in the end. I don't believe this is gonna change.
That was obvious all along. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I couldn't care less. It's the first I've heard. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
That? Who would have thought of that himself? Yeah, he really said that.
He didn't get that from me.
You listened to the wrong people. Yeah, he really
Come
said
back.
that.
I can tell you. Really
Come back.
Deserve that.
I'd have gone
Good.
about it differently. All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
He ran like
He doesn't see
Beliar
that.
himself was after
I
him.
can't help it. It's a bad business.
This is gonna change. Where did you pick that up then?
I agree with you completely. Nobody will learn anything from me.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I've got my own opinion. I hardly know what to
Do
believe.
you really believe that? No, he insisted
Hey,
he knew better.
that swine of a...
Tell me that isn't true.
I'm not telling you anything new.